I got to give love to Paolo Banchero for the Orlando Magic. The brother did drop 50 the other day. 50. That's what he did. This is an all-star. This is the face of the Orlando Magic franchise.
From a young prodigy in Seattle to a rising NBA superstar, Paolo Banchero's journey is like no other. But just how good is he really? In this video, we're diving deep into Banchero's story, exploring the raw talent, incredible stats, and defining moments that make him one of the most exciting players in the game today. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see why he's the future of the Orlando Magic. So let's start from the beginning. Paolo Banchero was born on November 12, 2002 in Seattle, Washington, and he seemed like a prodigy from birth. He would reach 3 feet in height by the age of 18 months and would develop his talents at the Rotary Boys and Girls Club of Seattle, where he would spend hours playing basketball. And he would inherit his talent, honestly? How so, you might ask? Well, his mother, Rhonda Smith Banchero, and his father, Mario Banchero, were athletes. His dad was a football star, and his mother was a former basketball player for the University of Washington, and is the all-time leading scorer on the women's team, who finished her career with 2,948 points and would later play in the WNBA for the Sacramento Monarchs for 1 season. She would take her son under her wing and train him to be a great player. When he was a kid, she would take him with her to shoot around while she was an assistant coach at Holy Names Academy, so he spent 14 years going there with her. She stated this about her practice with her son. "We practiced in the evening," Smith Banchero said. "I would pick up Paolo at the time and bring him to practice because that's where I was going, so that's where he was going to be going. He'd be off to the side shooting. I was the assistant coach, so I'd go over while the head coach was instructing the girls and maybe give him some instruction and then come back. My only rule was that he couldn't practice trick shots. I always said if you're going to shoot the ball, you should shoot it right." And he definitely learned how to shoot it right and would develop his talent more in junior camps to help him develop his game, which included most notably the Ball is Life All-American camp. Banchero wasn't just gifted physically, but also had a great work ethic as well. He played for Odia High School in Seattle, and right off the start you knew Banchero would be something special. All 4 years of high school he would average a double-double. His freshman year he would average 14.1 points per game and 10.2 rebounds, which is great for any player at any level of high school. But this was just the beginning for Banchero. What would he do after? His sophomore year was really when he started dominating. He would average 18.3 points and 10.3 rebounds, along with 4.3 assists. These are insane numbers for a sophomore. This same year, he would take Odia all the way to the state championship in basketball, where they would win the Class 3A division, and Banchero would earn MVP of the state finals and would win Washington State's Gatorade Player of the Year award, which is the highest award you can win in your state for high school basketball. And at the end of the season, he would be ranked as a top 50 player nationally. After this, during his junior year, he would average 22.6 points per game, along with 11 rebounds and 3.7 assists, and would lead Odia back to the high school championship. But this time, they would finish runner-up, but it would still be a great accomplishment. Unfortunately, Banchero wouldn't get the chance to play his senior season since it was delayed due to COVID, but that didn't affect his recruitment status going into college, since 247 sports had him ranked as the number 2 overall recruit from the high school class of 2021, only behind Gonzaga recruit Chet Holmgren, and was ranked the best player in Washington State. And Banchero would take his talents to none other than Duke University, where his skills would be on full display, and he would really show everyone how good he is. One thing about Banchero's development is he never really needs time to adjust to different levels of competition. How so, you might ask? Well, his first game with Duke, he scored an incredible 22 points against Kentucky, who was ranked number 10 in the nation at the time. It was incredible how well in this game he adjusted to the big stage and would help them win 79-71. He would then go on to continue his incredible run with the Blue Devils. The next 2 games, he would score 18 points against Army, West Point, and Campbell. Even though these weren't incredible wins, the way he came in and scored in his first 3 games just shows you how good he was. What would he do next? In this game against the Citadel, he would have his best game, scoring 28 points on 10 for 19 shooting. But if you thought this game was impressive, his next game showed how clutch he can be. In the next game against number 1 Gonzaga, he would score 21 points to help Duke win 84-81, and he just kept getting better and better after this game. He would help Duke start off with a win against Virginia Tech, where he would score 23 points on 9 of 20 shooting to help them win 76-65, where he was only getting started. He would score 17 against Georgia Tech, and then would have 3 games with 20-plus points in a row. He would score 20 points against Miami, which would be a close loss for Duke, but he was determined to help them win more. And in the next 2 games, Duke would obliterate their opponents. He would score 24 points against Wake Forest, beating them 76-64, and 21 against NC State, where they would win 88-73. He helped Duke make a statement in these games, but their best win of the regular season would come against rival North Carolina, where they would win 87-67, where he would have 13 points to help them win. Banchero had a great regular season, only scoring under double digits in 1 game the whole season, and he would help Duke win the regular season title, where he would win ACC Freshman of the Year, but it was really his postseason play that helped show us how good he is under pressure, leading Duke to the Final Four. After Duke won an easy game against Cal State Fullerton, they would next take on Michigan State, where he would drop 19 points for them and would help them hold off Michigan State with this block right here, which was crucial, showing he can play defense too. Then they would take on number 3 Texas Tech in the Sweet 16 game, where he would help Duke win with his clutch plays like this dribble drive, where he would create an incredible spin move, going right off the defender's chest, but spinning at the last second. Banchero also has great court vision, like this pass to Mark Williams with 5:38 left in the game, showing off his passing abilities. And one dangerous thing about Banchero is, even though he's 6'10", he can shoot the 3-pointer, well, like this one, to give Duke back the lead. He has the complete game. He would help them win this game 78-73, and then would help them defeat Arkansas in the Elite Eight with his clutch play, like this drive in the second half, taking on the defender right to the chest, and they would go on to win this game 78-69, where he would have 16 points. He would lead them to the Final Four, where they would lose to rival North Carolina, but it was still a great accomplishment no matter what. He would leave Duke averaging 17.2 points per game with 7.8 rebounds with a long 47.8% shooting. So what did that earn him? Well, not surprisingly, it earned him a pick as the number 1 draft pick overall in the 2022 NBA draft, where he would go to the Orlando Magic. After his great year at Duke, he was the clear number 1 pick. And remember early in the video where I said Banchero does not need any time adjusting to playing basketball at different levels? Well, that was the same case in the NBA. What would he do his first game? Well, he would only score 27 points and give 5 assists with 9 rebounds. It's crazy to think how well he did his first game, because it was actually better than LeBron, who scored 25 points in his first game ever. He would then go on to score 20 or more points in each of his next 6 games, and would end the season averaging not only 20 points per game, but would win Rookie of the Year. His second year, he would average 22.6 points per game with 6.9 rebounds, but most importantly, he would help lead the Orlando Magic back to the playoffs with a 47-35 record. Although they would lose to the Cavaliers in 7 games, he did not fold under pressure. He showed Donovan Mitchell he is not afraid of him scoring 31 points in a Game 3 win with plays like this, and then would score 39 points in a Game 5 loss. And in Game 7, he did everything to bring his team back in this game, like this layup, where he would have 24 points in the first half, and then would hit this clutch 3-pointer right here to keep his team up, and then would slam this dunk down, showing how bad he wanted to win. But even though the Cavs would win this game, Banchero showed he is not going down easy. With 38 points and 16 rebounds, he would finish this season as an NBA All-Star. So how is his third season in the league going? Well, he started off the season with 33 points and 11 rebounds against the Miami Heat, and just had his career high with the Magic against the Indiana Pacers with a career high 50 points, and tied the franchise record for most points in a first half with 37 with plays like this. So how good is Paolo Banchero? Banchero isn't just an all-star, but he is the superstar of the Orlando Magic and can be a great player with years to come. It is no doubt the NBA is right where he belongs. So, what do you guys think? How good can Banchero be when he's finished with his career? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe and hit that bell notification for more. See you next time.